Okay, I'm live. Welcome, everybody. Um, we'll get started in just a second. I just promoted it. So, today we're going to talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. I've had some interesting experiences over the last week with some AI stuff. I actually made, well, I kind of vibe coded something yesterday. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, it was pretty interesting. And, yeah, Michael was out of town this weekend, and I was really bored because Michael had a flight and he got home at like 11 o'clock at night last night. And of course, I was like, I need to stay up, I need to stay up, I need to stay up. And so I was like, okay, what can I do that will be fun and not a lot of effort? So I'll talk about that in a little bit. But welcome everybody to Learn to Code Tuesdays again. I'm Taylor, and today we're going to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I've been messing with a lot of AI stuff. I just published a Substack post about AI, and I watched this Network Chuck video. He's a creator who talks about coding and AI and all this other stuff. And he does everything with AI through the terminal now, not even through the browser. So I was talking about that, and Michael sent me that video. So anyway, welcome to Learn to Code Tuesdays as always. And yeah. Let's see. I'll check a chat real quick. No chats. Kind of a slow day. I know it's not been a slow week for us. Our Perspective Intelligence app has been very, very busy. So we have been pretty booked on that. But yeah. So what kind of things are y'all up to? I've been up to a lot of different cool things over this last weekend. And just the week in general, making more updates to our app and things. But what have you guys been coding? Anything interesting? If not, that's okay. What are you guys wanting to learn or learning?
So I'm still learning Python, and I've been learning functions. So
uh,
return is
how's that
still a bit
going?
confusing to me.
It's confusing.
Yeah, like I'm just wondering, like, would you, would there, uh, so instead of using print, would you use return inside a function? And would there be a time when you would use print inside a function, or would you always use return? I'm a bit
Yeah,
confused
we
with
could
that.
talk about that. So print versus return. Always something that's interesting. So here's the thing that I will say. So remember when you define a function, for those who don't know in Python, you start with like the def, right? So you've got def, I don't know, def learn to code or coding, and then you of course have the parenthesis, right? The parts of the function, right? So I have the def that defines it, and then the name of the function, so code, let's just say def code, and then left parenthesis, and then let's say I put things in it, right? So I put Taylor, comma, and whatever else, Michael, just an example, colon. Okay. Then I'm indenting. Okay. So then let's say, for example, I want to print the results of that function. Then I could do print left parenthesis, I don't know. Of course, actually, I probably have to be out of that function, but let's just say, for example, I guess I'm getting ahead of myself. I make a variable that says var students equals left parenthesis, right? And then, I put a bunch of names, or not left parenthesis, left bracket, Taylor, comma, Michael, comma, whatever, Becky. And then let's say I want to print those. Well, I would get out of the functions, right? Make sure I'm not indented, and then I'd print the students' names. Now, what I understand about return is that you return something from a function if you want to like use it later or have it as like a value. But most of the time when I'm working in functions, I print right? I print the results, and then if I want to return something, like let's say I want to use it in a next function, I return it, and that's kind of the last line of my function, still being indented in most cases. Does that make sense?
Okay. So if you use an if statement to find something, if statement for a variable, would you print or would you return when you give what happens if that statement is happens?
Yeah, I would most likely, I would print. Like I said, I'd really return when I'm actually going to be done with a function and I'm returning the value I get. So if it's
Okay.
like the last value, like if I get, if I have a bunch of things in that function, right, I'd return when I'm actually ready to like close it, that function, like I'm ready to get the final value and then put it somewhere else. Most of the time when I'm working in functions, I print. That's kind of how I do things, but I'm curious what others do. And again, if that's not right, if you guys have other opinions, let me know because I'm not always right.
If you want to print, hello, Siddharth here. Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, I wanted today to know something about AZ900. Do anybody had given that certification?
About what?
AZ900,
Uh,
Azure 900 fundamental certification.
oh, yeah, I have no idea. I've never taken it.
Okay, so I was just one. So you don't you have no idea about it? Okay,
None. No, I'm not. We don't use Azure at Techopolis.
okay. So you use Amazon mostly,
Um,
ASW.
Amazon DigitalOcean.
Right. Okay.
Because we're a startup. Remember, we're only like two people.
Right.
Azure's
Right.
expensive, man.
Yeah. I was trying to give that AZ900 exam, so I was wondering, is there any means Microsoft Learn? I know, but are there any PDFs for that or any helpful PDF to learn about? If you have any idea where you can get some
I've
material,
absolutely
would be
none.
helpful.
I
Uh,
I don't know a thing about Azure, to be honest with you. I'm the wrong
okay.
person.
Okay, no problem, no issue. And how about coding nowadays? How you do you have you said you had using that code, right? Uh,
Using the
um,
what are you saying about
Claude,
coding?
Claude, 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 Claude.
Yes, Claude. I'm using Claude.
Yeah. So did you tried using Open Claude and so on also?
Open code is a screen reader nightmare.
Yeah, Open Claude. Yeah, but they have updated recently, na? Is but with CLI and so on. Is that working now, or still it's inaccessible?
I've not tried it in probably a month. Have they made it better? I've not tried it. I
I
can
don't
try it
know,
real
but
quick. Here,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why
let me
I was
try it.
asking.
Hold on. Please wait. Wait a minute. Hold on. Um, hold on. Let's see.
And if it is working, then what type of skills do you use and extensions do you use as a coder for that?
So I'll say for Claude Code. Because that's what I use. I don't
Mm-hmm.
use Open Code.
Yeah.
So extensions and agents. So I have a lot of custom stuff that I've made. So for example, I have a accessibility skill. I made a site open source that I'm still working on it. Um I have, let's see, all depending on what I'm doing. So I have a Swift concurrency agent that makes sure I'm doing Swift 6.2 standards. What else do I
Uh-huh.
have? I have a foundation models agent to help us with foundation models implementations.
Uh-huh.
Oh, what else? Well, I have the docs skill for document creation for Word documents when I write
Yeah.
Substack posts because I do that in
There are
Claude
also
Code.
memory rag and something we can use, right? Which
So,
gives
yes.
complete. Yeah.
Also for the memory, I think a lot of that has been managed in Claude MD or slash memory.
Yeah.
So that's not a skill anymore as it was.
Okay. No, I was checking on open cloud, so that's why I was
Oh,
looking at that
OpenClaw.
skill.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, OpenCloud, it has memory
Oh, oh,
RGB. Yeah,
oh,
rack.
no, this is all my fault. I am so sorry. I
Yeah.
thought you were saying about Claude Code. I misunderstood you because I couldn't quite understand.
Yeah, no, okay. You can. I mean, just the mostly it would be similar only, but just the name would be different for
Yes, yes,
Cloud
yes.
Code. Yeah,
I've not used OpenClaw. I did set up when it was ClaudeBot, and I liked it, but it just kind of was meh. I don't know. I just was not a huge fan. And now the owner of OpenClaw is actually
uh,
working at OpenAI.
right. Right. So, uh, Cloud Code. If you are using it for everyday coding, it's doing your job well. It's able to do everything right for you from start to end, the complete project.
Yeah, it's really good. Of course, I always read everything it says, but
Yeah, but does it hallucinate more, or how do you reduce the hallucination of it?
so it hallucinates sometimes when it doesn't know. For example, like new frameworks like in Swift with concurrency, it thinks that we're on
Mm-hmm.
Swift 5.0. The way
Mm-hmm.
I make that is I either use skills or agents. You can do /agent and you can be able to get custom agents that you can make.
All right.
That's how I define it.
Nice.
Um, so I'm looking.
Any other projects you're working on now?
Yeah, so I was talking earlier, I think you were in here. I vibe coded a dictation whisper flow alternative that is in the terminal only. I was telling that earlier that I needed a way to stay up last night because Michael was coming in from a flight and
Yeah.
he didn't get home till 11 o'clock. And I was like, I am so tired. So I made a whisper flow alternative that literally you can do Command Shift D in the terminal, and then
Mm-hmm.
you could dictate, it'll play a sound, and then I could do that command again, and then it will actually stop, and then it will, for one thing, it will transcribe it, and then it will also check for like filler words, and then it will kind of do what whisper flow does, but all on your device.
Uh, Means you mean to say text to speech and speech to text? It will read you
It
all the responses,
is
right?
just speech to text, so it's like a dictation software, like what
Yeah.
whisper flow is.
Yeah, means basically it will you mean you have created a voice assistant with terminal, right?
Yeah, I made a voice assistant for the terminal that I could just dictate into Claude Code and then I could just, be done with it. And it all uses native Mac frameworks.
Nice.
So it's very fast. I put it free on my GitHub, so if anybody wants to mess with it. I didn't make it for Windows because honestly I'm on Mac more and I just happened to need something. I threw this together in literally an hour, so
Try.
yeah. Let me know. Um
And any AI models which you are we are fond of, which is less than 7 billion or 8 billion, 9 million parameters.
any ones that I'm using or
Yeah, anyone you are using with your PC, you're running a models, or any
um
interesting models you have found out to use it with.
Yeah, so we're using what are we using? Because in our Perspective Intelligence app, we're
Uh-huh.
using these Gemini, what is it? Gemma 3 2B. It's
Google's
like the
ones,
name.
yeah, Google's one, Google, yeah,
Yeah, and they're pretty
yeah,
good. Um they also have vision capability as well, and that's pretty good. You could actually try that in our app. Um
nice.
so those are good. There's a Quen 0.5B that's pretty good for its size.
Uh-huh.
What else do I have? And then there's the lava model. I think there's a 7B variant of that, and that's really good for image descriptions.
Nice.
I like
I was
that
wonder-
one.
I was wondering, there are so many sound TTS models are coming up now, pocket TTS and so on, and some are Chinese, 100 100 m 60 m parameters. Uh, sound TTS ones for this. You can clone your voices also and so on. Is there any wrapper for that for NVDA, or had you
No.
created one,
No,
or had
I
you?
don't. So I don't create NVDA add-ons. Okay, I take that back. I do, but they're only for internal purposes. But I don't. I'm not an add-on developer. I'm a Swift developer. I already have too much to do with that. However, if you want to go down that route, there's a Quen. What is it? 0.5 TTS model somewhere. It does have voice cloning. So if you want to go down that route, you could try that.
Yeah, that's what I was wanted to do that. But do you think it's possible to get the Python? Because I had not seen up till now anyone had tried with add-ons and so on. Is it possible to do with add-ons to wrap it up means, and attach it with NVDA? Because it will generate a voice sample. And how will you use that voice sample with direct access with the NVDA?
Oh dear. Like I said, I am not a TTS guru at all. I'm
Uh,
far from it. So what I will tell you technically is you're gonna have to like bundle that in with NVDA, and then you're gonna have to try to hook into that. What is it like the speech synthesizer classes? It can be
yeah,
technically challenging, but I'm not the best one to talk to about that. If you really want to do that kind of thing, I'd recommend going on the NVDA add-ons list because I am not a normal
right,
blind person like that knows all the TTS stuff.
right. You normally don't use PC, NVDA, and JAWS, or
I use
really?
NVDA on my PC, but I just
Yeah,
have Eloquence. I don't mess with voices. Like I am, and I'm also low vision. I don't use like Zoom or anything, but I do have some sight. But
I see.
yeah, I don't use I don't mess with Deck Talk or other TTS people. I'm not a TTS guru at all.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
just not what I do. I'm also
Basically,
looking. Mhm.
you have very less activity in your Discord channel, because I had messaged sometimes, but there were no many response back or something like that.
I'll have to look at that. And again, sorry we haven't been like messaging. Sometimes people are not active, and sometimes we are. But we've been so swamped
Yeah,
with our app. We've had like a bunch of new users, and so we've been pretty swamped with that. And Michael's been keeping me very busy. But and sometimes we may not respond because we don't know. That's the other thing too. We
right,
don't know.
right.
So yeah. Um, I'm trying to look to see if this is. Oh, hold on. They had an update February 17th. I'm trying to see if
Yeah,
it's
I
accessible.
tried to message you also or something like that, or I
Oh,
don't
did you?
know.
In
I
Discord?
think so. I think so. I might have, because I was trying to get some answers for it, but there was
I
no
will have
much
to
response.
check it. Again, I'm on Discord, but I'm mostly on voice in the channel for Techopolis. So I
Yeah,
check
but
messages on Discord, but it's not often just because, like I said, this past week I've been swamped and then Michael's been out of town.
okay, okay. So, is there
Um,
any way to means message you somewhere?
yeah,
Means
like I said, I'm on pretty much everything else, like, Facebook or LinkedIn or other
Yeah,
places.
I don't use Facebook and LinkedIn. That's why I said, is there
I
any
mean, I'm
way
on
to
Twitter
Discord?
and Mastodon most
Okay,
sometimes. But like I said, I'll try to look at the Discord and I'll try to see if I can help you. Some of these
okay,
things I just don't know.
okay. Francois,
Okay,
you need to ask any question?
I'm looking at.
Not at the moment. I think I'm
Hmm.
okay for now.
Yeah,
Oh, they don't have release notes, do they? Hold on. I'm looking at the release notes. Oh, here it is. Change log. Okay. And I know there was a PR to merge accessibility support into open code. Whether they did that, I don't know. I'm looking. But it's a really good editor or a really good thing if you want to have accessible or not accessible on device AI. You can also use Claude with Olama as well now.
yeah. That's why I wanted to try it out with Olama and so on. with my Ryzen CPU with Quen model of 9 billion parameters or 7
But
billion parameters
yeah,
or 14 billion,
I think
depending on.
that open code is better for Olama stuff because the Claude harness is the tools
Yeah,
sometimes don't work in Olama.
yeah.
Okay.
Did you ever use the shared GPU version and use the GPU and run any models there
The shared
on
engine what?
cloud GPUs,
I've
and shared
not.
any?
Well, okay, I take that back. The only thing I've used is Google Colab.
Ah, right.
For training.
Ah,
Oh,
right.
wait a minute. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get. Okay, so I don't know that they've made things accessible. Hold on. Let me look it up.
Okay, thank you.
It's not saying in the release notes are very sparse though. Hold on. Is okay. Me look. So I also just no, okay, they did not merge that PR yet, I don't think.
Mhm.
Oops.
I
Yeah.
heard that OpenCode has AI has purchased OpenCode. Is that true?
Has a what?
Purchased OpenCode. OpenCode means OpenAI is purchasing OpenCode or something like that for using for the coding purposes, like
I
code
don't
a.
know. I don't think that's true. Let me look. Now they purchased OpenClaw, I think,
OpenCloud. Oh, OpenCloud. Yeah.
but not Open Code.
Okay. Okay. Open. My mistake then.
Yeah, the person who works on
Cloud.
OpenClaw is
OpenCloud.
working at OpenAI now.
Right.
Now it's interesting because let's see. Hold on. But yeah, I don't think that PR is merged yet. No, okay. And like I said, I like Claude Code. Of course, I'm a sucker who pays for max prices with this because I'm a full-time developer and
Yeah.
we're only a two-person startup and we're trying to move fast.
Yeah.
But if
But
you're just learning, I don't recommend it.
Do Cloud Code also allow Olama now, or is it not
Yes,
possible now?
Claude Code allows Olama,
Okay,
but some of the tools are broken. And Olama has blog posts on it, so some of the tools are broken though. Some like web search, although I think they fixed some of that stuff. And
and
I
you are
tried to make a
using
patch.
Cloud Code with CLI, or how do you use the which interface do you use Cloud Code with?
I use it with the CLI.
CLI only, yeah, CLI. Oh yeah.
I have it open right now.
Yes.
Okay, so I said to check something. Okay, yeah, I have it open right now. Claude Code doing something. I don't even know what I was trying to do. Oh, that's right. I was trying to work on something for the company, and then I realized it was 9:55, and I better get over here. Oh goodness gracious. Yeah. I like I said, it's been a crazy couple weeks as you guys have probably seen on the Substack or not, or on my other social medias.
Right.
But yeah, and honestly like AI is changing so fast that what I'm gonna probably tell you today will not be the case next week or the week after.
Right.
Cause there's new models pretty much every day now, it feels like. Or at least new releases of things.
Yeah, but I wish they integrate with the Windows and Apple and so on. What's the use of all the models unless and until it is not integrated now with the applications
Yeah,
underlying?
that's definitely true. I mean, and like Microsoft has the AI Azure Foundry or whatever things, but like, yeah, I don't really know about that a lot about that.
Yeah, I guess they wanted to push all cloud based only, but as an individual, we want to run models in your PC or like small NPU word models, not big enough, but things which we can use it um, to boost our means like TTS neural models for image recognition and so on. The small models which you can run on our NPUs and so on, faster processing and so on.
Yes.
Yeah, it would be good. Or language processing for VLC. We could use neural processing on our NPUs and so on. It would be fun, but they have not started up till now integrating it with applications, or
And
not given
honestly, yeah.
us. Yeah, we are not getting the bundled package up till now. It's all cloud based only, all the
Yeah, that's
models.
interesting. And I mean, the other thing too is that, of course, people want to try on device AI on their computer. And I mean, I think that Open Web UI is probably the best option. I mean, LM Studio is easiest, but Open Web UI is a little more accessible, not by much. Let's be
O-
real. But
Open Web UI is accessible. Good. Its accessibility is good with NVIDIA.
not, I mean, like I said, it's not great, but it's better than LM Studio.
Okay.
Although, I think they made some changes to it. I think it's getting better.
Hmm. Yes, it's sad to see that nowadays they should be making things accessible from design, but still there are people, there are programs which are not made accessible from starting.
They should.
They talk about all the stuff from design phase. We should design it accessibility within, but they don't do it.
So they want. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. So interesting. I'm looking at this Open Web UI thing real quick. Hold on, because I'm curious.
Mm.
Oh wow, they've got a lot of things. They have a whole public roadmap with everything they want to add. And it seems like, um, yeah, they have accessibility on one of their roadmap things, but I don't know. I mean, they've improved it a little bit, but it's not where it should be.
Yeah.
But now there's LM Studio, and LM Studio is not accessible.
Yeah, many programs I had tried it out. It's not fully accessible, and the screen reader sometimes jams. There is a blank, or God knows what it is for the button stars as well. So yeah, there are lots of inaccessibility for running web UI models.
Yeah, a lot of things are just not there for accessibility. I mean, even if you wanted them to be, right, it's just AI
Yeah,
doesn't know how to code accessibly.
that is why the CLI is the only best way for me. I at least don't waste time on web UI.
Either that or have MCPs, but yes. Although, actually, having said that, crap. You could use OpenWebUI's MCP. I think they have one.
Right.
But it's still not very trivial. Do we have any other questions from anybody?
Hi, it's Taylor.
Yes.
Hi, it's Lauren. How are you? A few things. First of all, I found another YouTube to listen to on Visual Studio Code. It's called Sightless Systems.
I've never heard
The
of it.
problem is, I'm sorry.
I've never heard of it.
I think the only thing is that there's only one VS Code tutorial and that I'm listening to. It's the only one in. There are other ones like Python, but it's the only one in English. I mean, yeah, the other ones sometimes they have these channels where they do it in another language that I can't understand. So the only one I listen to is the Visual Studio Code one.
Yeah,
That's
I
the only one
haven't
I can understand.
heard of that tutorial specifically.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
I've not heard of that tutorial.
Uh huh. It's called. Well, the channel's called Sightless Systems.
Yeah, I don't even know who. Yeah, I've never heard of it.
I'm not
So
sure what it
what does
means.
it does? What it does with VS Code? Can you explain to us?
She does VS Code, Python. I'm waiting for more videos that are.
Or you want to set up a VS Code Python in VS Code, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
trying
So
to
basically,
study.
you just have to use Control Shift X, go in
Right to
extension,
the extension.
and
Yes,
yeah,
yes, that
and
I know.
then yeah, then you have to search for Python. The first one will come the Python for the which by Microsoft. Install that extension, yeah, and that will set you up to run Python code in VS Code, basically.
Right.
So
Thank
basically,
you. And also,
yeah, so you want how to run the first go into editor and how to run the code also, or that would be fine.
well, I know how to do that. Well, that I know how to
Yeah,
do. I mean, it's
that's
yeah,
good.
that I know how to do. The only other question, Taylor, the other question I got mainly is, what's the best terminal to use? Because I learned something called Anaconda, which is I used to use. Well, it's I guess updated, but there was a school. I go to school for the. Well, this guy, this gentleman teaches Python, non-visual data science. I think it's called. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
I don't have any idea. And honestly, I don't follow a lot of the other blindness YouTubers because I'm all watching all the other stuff. No, I've never heard of it. So I mean, PowerShell or like Windows Terminal is the like newest thing, so I'd probably start learning that.
Windows, the Windows terminal,
Yeah,
the newest thing. Cause what's the newest now? Cause it just
PowerShell.
a PowerShell. Cause I
Yeah.
see the way it's updated. Because every time I've done it, when I used to do it, I kept getting errors, and it just kept giving
you
me
you
trouble.
want to install Python, or what you want to install there?
Not just the newest terminal, so that I can use the Python interpreter.
It's okay. So basically, you go in Windows Store and install Terminal. That would set you up with CMD, Terminal, PF, PowerShell, and everything. Just change it with Control Shift 1, Control Shift 2, Control Shift 3. It will change to CMD and so on, depending on what you want. PowerShell, everything, even the Linux or subsystem for Linux and so on. It will give you one stop and give you everything at one go.
Wait, so go to the Microsoft Store
Yeah,
and put in
Microsoft Store.
CMD.
You put terminal there. Search for terminal. TERMINAL.
Right.
It will install a terminal program from there. and it will install all the things at means when you run terminal, you will have all the PS, PowerShell, CMD, everything in one
And
one
I'll look
terminal.
into that.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. I'm gonna try. Thank you. I'm gonna try that.
Welcome. All right, let me check chats. I forgot to do that because I've just let's see. Okay. No chats. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense for the terminals. There's like I said, there's a lot of things that. Oh, there we go. Okay. My audio decided to mute. There we go. Okay, I'm back. So there's a lot of things that are, happening in AI and all this other stuff. And I think, watching, like, because you can watch some of these repos on GitHub to know if they've changed for, like, accessibility or other things
Yeah.
when they do releases.
Do GitHub have models now? We can run models from there itself.
Yeah, they do have a model catalog. I'm not exactly sure how that works, though.
Yeah, me
But
too. I had also recently knew about it more that they have APIs and they you can run some free models there.
and yeah, they've got APIs as well for inference.
Yeah, yeah,
And you get a
uh,
certain amount of GitHub model credits.
yeah. I have
I don't
not used it
know.
up till now, but yeah, I recently yesterday only I was looking into it. The ChatGPT told me the option.
Um,
How do you scan the repos and so on and try to find bugs? Directly scan the repos and get bugs from it, or how do you know, or how do you if you are finding or downloading a repo, and if you want to scan for code, means is it code enough or right code? How do you check? Means is there any cloud code you use to first scan it and so on
for bugs,
for bugs or any problem, or is it good enough to run in your system, or you directly
um,
downloads it and run it over?
so like if it's my own stuff, I use like Slant and I use Playwright to do some testing and Puppeteer. Um, if I'm working
Uh-huh,
on other stuff, like of course I always look at the GitHub issues because you can do that
uh-huh,
with the GitHub
uh-huh.
CLI. And then I do a little bit of a quick check, but if it's something like I know, like Visual Studio Code, I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, and cloud code, can you directly scan repos for any bugs and so on, or project
You can.
code? Huh?
You can, but just be wary it
It's
will not find everything. Um, Honestly, if
right.
you want a bug bot functionality, if that's what you're going for, your
Yeah,
best bet would be something like Cursor's bug bot.
I see. But that is different. You have to install the cursor one then.
Yeah, and of course that adds cost. So
Yeah,
that's yeah, you could also make a custom agent, but again, your mileage may vary.
right.
It's not like clear cut.
Mhm.
You know, it will vary heavily.
Yeah. Any other languages are you learning or trying to install? Means like Python only, or anything else? Did you Java or anything else you are looking into, which
Well, of
is
course,
upcoming?
I'm working on our Perspective Intelligence app. I've been working a lot on foundation models and I've been messing with Vapor.
Mm-hmm.
It's a platform, and then I've been doing a lot of Next.js and React lately.
Next, yes, nice.
Yes, because we have our enterprise platform.
Uh-huh. So you're making some apps from it or any
Yeah,
websites?
websites and things. We're making web apps. We have our enterprise web app called Start
Yeah,
Testing. It's like a QA bug platform.
nice.
Um, and then of course for Vapor, that's Swift. So we're making perspective intelligence for the web.
Hmm.
And right now we actually have it on a Raspberry Pi, actually, because it's really just a prototype. So I think we have it on a Raspberry Pi 5.
Uh-huh. So
I think,
you
yeah.
have you have a Raspberry Pi, and did you install AI models on it?
Yeah, well, we don't have the AI variant. So Raspberry Pi, they have like a AI variant, I think it's called. Like
The
it's a,
Pico or something has recently had added a uh, nanobot or something like that, nano code or something like that, or Pico or something like that, 10 MB only, but you can make a assistant and automation for a Raspberry Pi and run the models on it.
yes, we've not done that. Mainly it has web stuff on it right now, and it has Claude Code or other things. So that's what it
Uh-huh.
has right now. We may make it a home assistant, but we just didn't really have a lot of time.
All right. You can make a means voice assistant and so on, which will help you
Yeah,
out.
and I think we have an installation of OpenClaw. We haven't really done anything.
Ah,
Um,
Open cloud must be too high. There is some Pico or something like that. Recently, it's just 10 MB, but it does all the things for Raspberry Pi only. I think so.
oh yeah, we do have that.
Yeah.
Um, we do have that. Oops, what am I trying to do? Hold on. But LM Studio is really good if they actually make it accessible because you can route models into different applications and you can try a bunch of things through a GUI. Although they may have a CLI, I don't know. But it's a really cool thing if they'd ever make it accessible.
Yeah. It's good.
Um,
So what are you trying to do with more with Raspberry Pi to do with Raspberry Pi with that means are you going to automate some stuff or
yeah,
how are you gonna do it?
we don't know yet, but we've got some things on there we're gonna automate. Again, I'm not sure yet. That's kind of something that Michael and I are working on,
Mhm.
amongst other things. But we've got a lot of automations. Oh gosh, I don't even know. And then of course we have N8N as well. That inaccessible nightmare that it is.
Mm. Uh,
Um,
how much
yeah,
is the RAM in that Raspberry Pi? 8
8 gigs.
GB? 8 gigs, okay. So we weren't able to run much of the big models or something like that. 1 MB,
Yeah,
1 GB or 2 GB max.
yeah, it's got 8 gigs RAM. I'm looking at something real quick. Let me see. Okay, I'm looking at LM Studio because everybody loves to use it, and if it can be accessible, it'd be great. But I doubt it. I tried to make something add on for NVDA with it, but you couldn't. The buttons had weird roles. I couldn't get the siblings of them, the positions.
Yeah, yeah.
I could get the process name, but oh yeah, and of course I like it because they have MLX. So if I have an Apple Silicon, which I do, I can use MLX models.
Mm,
But and you can do VLMs on there as well, so like video description.
nice.
Um, but it's just not accessible.
Yeah, it sucks when the
Although
model
they,
means the web
mm,
UI is not accessible for a screen reader person. For it's a dull thing. Means AI you cannot use much. the models unless it's a client.
Although, you can join their beta list if you want to. That's new, so they have a beta list.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, but you know what? They do have a CLI.
LM model,
LM Studio has a CLI.
nice. I should try that. I should try that then.
I will try that.
Uh, if you are trying and if it's totally workable with screen readers, let us know in the main chat of your or something like
Yeah, and like I said, I post a lot on my Substack.
that. Okay.
But yeah, do y'all have any other questions? Okay. Well, thank y'all for being here. Again, just a quick, not everybody else has any other things, so I don't want to waste everybody's time. Keep building and I'll try to respond to everything as I can. But like I
Okay.
said, sometimes it can be slow. Oh, I guess my computer's gonna die. So anyway,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
yeah, have a wonderful week, everyone.
If possible, in your chat room of Discord, do respond if your that LM flag is working.
Yeah, I'll test it out later today and I'll let people know.
Yeah, sure. Let us. Bye. Thank you.